What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you are having an amazing holiday season. Hope that all of you had a wonderful Christmas and have fabulous plans for the new year, whether that's going out and of course being safe and responsible or staying in. So let's go ahead and get into this story. Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K. Tasha K, she's had a hard year. You guys know that she was previously being sued by Cardi B, and Cardi B won a $4 million defamation lawsuit. So now she's going up against Kevin Hart, who is suing her for extortion and defamation of character. So according to legal documents, the comedian and actor initially slammed the controversial vlogger with a cease and desist letter, warning that he wouldn't pay a six-figure fee to keep her from going public. So Kevin claims that Tasha K attempted to extort him for $250,000. In the filing, Kevin's legal team says on November 22nd, 2023, they sent a letter to Tasha K regarding her, quote, recent and ongoing violations of civil and criminal law. So addressed with the infamous YouTuber's real name, Latasha Transrena Kibi. Oh, my girl, that's her whole government name, okay? The filing demanded that she immediately cease and desist all activity. So it continued, quote, you have already engaged in criminal conduct and torturous acts that would entitle Mr. Hart to monetary damages against you should he elect to commence civil litigation regarding this matter. To the extent that you do not cease and desist now, your liability for such monetary damages will increase, as will your exposure to criminal penalties, end quote. Okay, so Kevin is not playing. He's retained several lawyers for this. Citing the incident leading to the cease and desist, Kevin Hart's legal rep, Dante Mills, explained that an unknown individual claiming affiliation with Tasha's blog reached out to someone on the Star's team. That person, allegedly acting per Tasha's instructions, conveyed an intent to publish a damaging story on social media. However, they declared that, Kevin could avoid the public if he paid $250,000. Now, if you guys remember, Kevin was previously attempted to be extorted by an ex-close friend of his when he was caught cheating on his now second wife, Inoki Hart. Okay, so the documents claim that the act falls under, quote, the Penal Code Section 518, and it gives rise to both criminal and civil liability against you and anyone involved in your efforts to extort Mr. Hart, thus making Tasha's alleged effort to extract payment from the father of four, threatening to expose information supposedly harmful to him, as a textbook example. They're trying to make an example out of her, but just a quick side note, right? We already know that Kevin Hart is, he's a known cheater. Like, you're not telling the public anything that they don't already know. So he cheated on his first wife, Tori, with his wife, or I don't know, to be honest, whether it was multiple people, but I do know that he wasn't divorced from Tori before he got with his new wife now. And he was caught in a car, I think in Las Vegas, with a girl, and we saw that on tape, right? So that his quote unquote friend tried to extort him. And I guess one thing that Kevin he's standing 10 toes down on not allowing people to extort him, right? One thing I can say about him from, his previous stand-up routines, he's very transparent at his life. One of them, his most, successful stand-up comedic routines, that made history, I think, was titled Laugh at My Pain. So clearly, his life is an open book. I went to go see it with one of my ex-boyfriends in the movie theater, and it was hilarious. Because someone who, is willing to be open and transparent about their lives, they're not going to be easily extorted, right? Like, if he already has been upfront about his, failings as a husband to Tori, right? And he has aired out his dirty laundry, so to speak, about, what was going on with his kids and just, his personal moral feelings. He's turned those things into lucrative, successful business ventures, and he's made a lot of money doing so. His bit about his dad, being addicted to crack and, almost drowning him, and, coming to a spelling bee with, not wearing any underwear, and just, all these things. Like, Kevin could turn those nuggets of what could be, or maybe even was, right, traumatic events in his life, into something, that a story that he could share with the world that could resonate with a lot of people. And so Tasha having an interview, and I saw the interview. I can't play, a clip with, for you guys. All Tasha K's, all her content is copyrighted. But what I will say is that you guys can, of course, go see it for yourselves. But you can't extort someone who is that open and transparent with the world. Like, his ex-friend already tried to do it when he was caught, cheating on his wife. But his wife knows that he's a cheater because you get him how you, I was going to say you get him how you lose him. But, she essentially was allegedly, getting with this man before he was officially divorced. So that's nothing new to her. And it's unfortunate that, Tasha is continuously having to learn the same lesson, because out of all the people to try to extort money from, Kevin Hart is not that person. But let me continue. It says, Hart's team reported the incident to the police, and told investigators that the team's understanding of the story in the interview with Mr. Hart's former assistant, Miesha Shakes, was supposedly, it included scandalous assertions against him, adding in advance of your threatened publication of the story, you posed a teaser with Ms. Shakes on your YouTube channel, which clearly was intended as a threat, sending a message to Mr. Hart's team that the more detailed story would not be published, only if the ransom is paid. Wow. He also reminded the alleged parties of the involved non-disclosure agreement signed by Ms. Shakes, highlighting that the assistant would be in violation if any of the details in the story were divulged. Of course, Mr. Hart's lawyers cited they are familiar with Unwind with Tasha K and her defamatory and otherwise improper content regarding celebrities and other high-profile individuals. One such high-profile individual that Tasha lost a defamation suit to was Cardi B after a judge found her liable. Okay, yeah, we already talked about that. He declared that Tasha would not escape liability for monetary damages to Mr. Hart. Wow. That you incur as a result of misconduct described therein. And the suit further states, and you guys can see it here, it says, in the light of foregoing issues, we demand that you immediately cease and desist all activity and public statements relating to the story. You refrain from any publication or our threatened release of the story, and Tasha K has yet to respond to the lawsuit. My goodness gracious. Listen, I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on the situation. It's this is crazy. I'm like, Tasha, she's great at what she does. But at the same time, you can't extort money from someone who has been transparent about their lives like Kevin Hart has. Like, he may have moral failings in regards to, cheating and gambling and whatever else this assistant has alleged, right? But his quote unquote, like I said, his ex-friend already tried to extort him and failed. When you try to extort money from someone, that's a felony. Like, the tax laws are set up for the rich. It is what it is. And Kevin Hart is worth, I think, around $450 million. Like, he can bleed you dry. Like, you do not want those problems because he has the capital and he has the time and the petty. Like, that's the secret. That's the sauce right there, right? Like, Kevin Hart is from Philly. He has the petty, okay? But anyway, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Tasha K and this lawsuit with Kevin Hart. Y'all know I'll keep you updated if I find out anything new. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful weekend, Aces. Take care. Bye.